the Trojan horse that makes you relapse on semen retention. The famous tale of the Trojan horse, in which the Greeks managed to enter the gates of Troy, is one of the finest examples of strategic invasion in history. For those of us who aren't familiar, the Trojan horse was a large wooden horse offered as a gift by the Greeks to the Trojans as a symbol of truce and goodwill. The horse secretly was a hollow structure and a tactical device used to transport Greek soldiers into the gates of Troy. It essentially bears witness to how strategy can turn the tables in favor of the underdog. However, outside of history, the term gained popularity in the context of computer viruses that appear as legitimate pieces of software. Metaphorically, it's a symbol of deception and a well-concealed attack. In this modern day of social media, we are essentially dealing with Trojan horses that sneak into the walls of our subconscious without us noticing the soldiers of temptations they carry. I'm talking about provocative content on the internet that has been normalized, that has managed to inject itself into every facet of content, be it educational or entertaining. They feed into our urges, serving as a very effective stepping stone for us to graduate to watching porn and relapse from semen retention as a consequence. The drugs have become so common that we don't realize they have the same effect on us as cocaine, essentially lighting up the same parts of our brains as heroin addicts. Despite them being a lot less direct and a lot more suggestive in their design, the fact that they are so easy to ignore in the name of a progressive, open-minded society and liberalism is what makes them all the more vicious in how they affect us. As a consequence, we end up consuming such content in increasing quantities and with increasing frequency than ever before, because unlike before, one can't put a label on it and categorize it. The reverse of Rumpelstiltskin principle seems to be in effect, where we can't put a name or title to them for their provocative nature and therefore don't seem to have power over them. When it comes to being able to control one's urges, there's often a huge mental barrier to cross, and provocative content makes this barrier even more difficult. In my personal journey, I've noticed that the days when I've transitioned from retention to relapse, it wasn't just a sudden and abrupt descent from spirituality to degeneracy, but rather a smooth sail from me casually browsing YouTube and Instagram, just provocative content spaced out between other stuff. When it comes to the devil, we often think of him in terms of a terrorist, a burglar, or an attacker. But in truth, he is the tempter who tempts us into doing stuff ourselves by hijacking our own minds. So, protect your mind at all costs. Remember this: either you are in control of it, or it is in control of you.